Hey, in a different voice, what a last couple of days. Let this be clearly understood, number one. Because I was transferred to UMBC in 1995 to complete a degree in social work. I am assuming that that campus, an honors university, at a higher level than incoming freshman Sophia Kurtzopoulos, 1984. You will never, in this country, my country, and I'm not being Langston Hughes, I too sing America. Sophia paid for that book, not the federal government buying it for your nonprofits. You're not going to skirt away from this. I am skirt. SKIRT. You can't have that email. Why not? It's not professional. Why not? Skirt? Skirt com? I say to Dr. Sorrell in 1994, because I am now going to complete my major and move on with my life and remain in the nation's capital. Buy a condo, make sure it's fireproof. Because the Diamondback wrote the article about the Cherrywood Lane, took out the entire floor, but no one was injured. I'd like to review my records. No, you don't. Why not, doctor? Because they have written horrible things about you. Things that you will never come to terms with. That's not going to bother me because I pay you $80 for 20 minutes of worthless, and you take a phone call every other time for 10 minutes. So, whatever you said about me, those people by 95 November don't care about that. We're not. If you believe we're going to sit down, no, you're going to be held accountable, and I don't care if you're 79. Retired consultant. Well, that box of medical records, when I submitted 600 pages that I processed, I have a neck injury. I can't hand place. Those are not machine feedable copies. They came in an envelope. I am requesting medical documents, 25 cents a page, people. Oh, and please provide a manila envelope. These are new words. Manila. I am making the copies, and my profession was making copies. So basically, the brain, the eyes, the scent, not the scent of a woman. And I'm not crying, I'm wiping my eyes. Because where I never woke up with an ugly face, ooh, that pisses people. I now wake up with ugly face. Anything you say or said, oh, I'm so afraid. That box was stored at an off-site storage facility and lost. That's like the seventh thing about my medical records caused by your lunacy that I will never be compensated for. including the Department of Justice raiding the Psychiatric Institute of Washington for doing exactly what was done to me. My first hospital stay. How do I know? I checked myself in. There will be no doctors here on the weekends. Then I should leave. Because I got a bill for $4,200. And the Department of Justice in 1994 raided PIW on Wisconsin Avenue in the nation's capital. Powers that be in my Kinkos, you didn't know that? Yet, when I am now banished to Trinity Square, and my manager is the regional manager, but prior, and as is documented to Social Security disability, the condition of the transfer, 7 papers into the University of Maryland, Baltimore County School of Social Work, you must ask Miss Kurtzopoulos if she needs to be medicated. I am now going to school, to work, F's on all papers. My redevelopment of blight relative cost, Baltimore, 1945. Latrobe amortization. Professor Bloom, this will not last you a semester. Time goes by, that same woman whose father is a judge in Minnesota, yet all paperwork that I'm filling out, Dr. Clow, Coppin State, Maryland Center for Thinking Studies, to better the baccalaureate degree of social work. Father's education, mother's education. What do you want to know? Oh, you wanted to know an awful lot about truck drivers and seamstresses, textile workers. My kindergarten starts with a red circle on a floor, Indian style. We get our mats from a Woolworths and we buy them. That's nap time. Black kids, white kids. We get a nickel. That's the milk money. There's a cart. Girl, boy. No, we're not going to be mugged. I don't know why that is. One of the first things with Ronald Reagan is the breakfast program. 50 million sheets of paper. We don't need a breakfast program. We buy our milk from the cafeteria. We roll it over and they put it on there and we bring it back to kindergarten room. You know, show and tell, that's separate, but that's also a nice little 1960s term of show and tell. You chose your times. You did what you did when you had your national platform, your Beyonce songs on your playlists, of which I don't even know what that is. You do something else wrong to me, I need to be re-educated, and I paid for that. I need to be taught consumerism, be reacclimated into society, to get a job. When I am with you because of Social Security disability, so I had a job. You're Mr. Habrowski on the campus of the Shriver Center. This could go on. Do you understand? You have done nothing to me because I have soldiered on. A psychology teacher in high school, you will be fighting with your friends and family. It is a separation technique, easier to bear. You go to college to make friends, not to be destroyed by roommates. And then you learn matrilineal and patrilineal in anthropology, to be destroyed by the matrilineal and patrilineal, both sides, of not only one age group, the mother's age group and the grandmother's age group, but you have been selected to be like You are the hostess for 3 bridal parties, including all of Grandma's friends, in a condo in D.C., Maryland border. Is this what you ladies, after 68, with a social room to wait and hide for the next big haul? Your ethno-violence study, Mr. Habrowski, vetted for something by... I'm going to go pay my archivist from the LBJ library. I was going to be nice and I was going to give the little quote from LBJ. Everything you see and hear is true. You may not like it. Proxy research invoice, insurance and riot affected areas, 1967. LBJ Presidential Library. That, and I'm not even going to say the price because I think it's a damn good one. This should have been resolved in 95. When I went into the community, this needs to be started all over. This is not 1984, and I am not going to get information overload and not complete this paper. What is the topic? What is our time frame? This is a good point. Not for this research. '70s American Historical Association journals advertise walking tours at our next conference. Nothing I did with that Maryland Student Service Alliance was not done for 30 years someplace. You're Mr. Newsom that I wrote the letter to, president of Council of Social Work Education in 1970, neighborhood centers. That man should have been proud, not the imbroglio you find yourself in. An imbroglio you created. But worse, 2 board members on the Council of Social Work Education on that campus, and 1 employed to help education for them. Carolyn Bremner of Catholic University. My professor who failed it, and I missed my mark. What was that supposed to mean? I cannot alter what the Board of Regents dictated for my education in a fully integrated environment that was always integrated. Their grandparents were integrated. I will go to the Schoenberg Library and I'll be in one of the papers. Oh my God, that's my paper customer. They're telling everybody they're taking a trip from Mechanics Avenue, Tarrytown, New York. Ethno-violence. You took me on that campus for some reason. You're not going to worm your way out. Now, nameless, Princeton University has acknowledged on their website that they had colonization societies. You have complicated thing that not even anybody with like an advanced doctorate degree from England itself. Do you know that England has American studies? I guess all of your people that were honored enough to be accepted to go to Oxford in the 60s, did you check that out? I gotta go. I gotta pay this lady.